Treasury Department just opened up an XRP wallet. Coinbase dropping the ball yet again. Ross is free, XRP price talk, and more.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
XRP fans, we got a lot to talk about, like the United States Treasury opening up an XRP wallet. Well, I'm going to let you know if it's real or not. But before we get into the juicy crypto news, your comments come first. That's right, you, the viewer, matter most, even if I'm traveling abroad. Frankie Ortiz hanging out with us and says, do I see H-Bar? Oh, yeah, that's right. H-Bar and others are going to do extremely well as we get juicy regs. Seriously, the alts will benefit from this. BTC will not. Why? Well, because BTC has been given the golden pass. Craze AF says, Klaus, lunch is on me. Keep the news coming. Choo choo, bitches. That's right. Thank you for the support, kind sir. And in fact, where I'm staying right now, that'll probably buy me lunch and dinner. It's greatly appreciated. AJ Brown's hanging out with us and says, I too think it would have been distasteful to mention crypto on the first day. Yeah, there's so many problems out there, honestly, that are bigger than crypto that I could see why Trump didn't do any crypto stuff on the first day. But trust me, as soon as I hear those executive orders flying, you know I'm going to share it with you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out. Ready to have some fun today? Learn about XRP, learn about Coinbase and Brian Armstrong picking things up. Ross is free, and I'm not talking about Ross from Friends. Bitcoin sitting at 104,164. ETH is 32.89. XRP at 317, while Sol is at what? 259. Got a little rebound right there. By the way, the ETH thing with Buterin is getting wild. He wants to take sole control over the Ethereum Foundation because he doesn't like the direction it's going. That's messed up because you know who else did that? Alex Mashinsky. Yeah, the CEO of what? Celsius. He was like talking to the board, and the board was like, Alex, you can't be doing this. He's like, I don't care what you guys say. I'm going to offer massive yield. They're like, Alex, you really can't do it. And he's like, screw you guys. Dude, what's Buterin doing? Silk Road founder and BTC legend Ross Ulbricht pardoned by Trump. That's right. Trump said on a Truth Social post, I just called the mother of Ross Ulbricht to let her know that in honor of her and the libertarian movement, which supported me so strongly, it's my pleasure to have just signed a full and unconditional pardon on her son. Remember, he was the one that started the whole Silk Road thing. And by the way, Silk Road sounds familiar to you? It's because that is where almost 175,000 BTC was seized from the United States. Ulbricht operated Silk Road, a large-scale marketplace to use BTC for payments, and had a lot of nefarious things in there. But let's be honest, should he have been blamed for that? And by the way, just putting it out there, do you know what his sentence was? He was sentenced to 40 years plus 2 life sentences. You can straight up down a bottle of Jack and plow someone with a car. Yeah, and you'll probably just get manslaughter. Dude, these laws in this country are so messed up. I got more good news, though, for you. How about this? Tornado Cash's Torn token jumps 130% after a court ruling. Oh, baby, that's right. The appeals court stepped in. This is a huge win for DeFi and all of crypto, as the U.S. appeals court have overturned the sanctions imposed on Tornado Cash by the OFAC Treasury Department. Speaking of Treasury Department, we're going to talk about that XRP wallet here coming up soon. Court's decision sets a crucial legal precedent, limiting the OFAC's power over decentralized technologies. Here's what happened. For the DeFi industry, it's crucial when it highlights the importance of recognizing smart contracts as unique and distinct from conventional financial tools, a step towards fair treatment of decentralized platforms. The appeals court ruled that the OFAC exceeded authority by sanctioning Tornado Cash in 2022. The Treasury Department accused the crypto mixer of facilitating over $7 billion in money laundering, including activities linked to North Korean hackers. However, the court found that immutable smart contracts, self-operating and uncontrolled by any entity, cannot be classified as property. Yet another example of the Biden administration, Gary Gensler, Rostin Behnam, and all those players out there in government overreach. That, honestly, is going to be the theme of the Biden administration. Government overreach on all ends. And by the way, I get people are going to be bothered about mixers and stuff like this or that, but not everything done with the mixer is illegal. There's plenty of times you'd want to use it for legal reasons. And to be honest with you, I don't think the government should know everything I do with my money. Who are you? My mom? Shit, even my mom doesn't know what I do with my money. Shout out to my mom who doesn't watch the channel. Coinbase promises tier 1 support after Solana meme coin overload cash. Yo, Brian Armstrong, you are fucking up yet again, dude. Okay, you remember when XRP got the Torres action, like uphold, couldn't hold it? Remember when BTC was roaring with the ETFs and Coinbase had problems with it? Yeah, they didn't open up their capacity to process transactions because they wanted to keep profits. Yeah, that's right. See, what they do is they have resources. And if you have like mega resources open all the time, it costs you a lot of money, right? So what these companies do, like Coinbase and others, is they limit resources, right? They throttle it so they don't have to spend as much money on like servers, throughput, all that kind of stuff, right? So now that Trump gets the election win, now that Gensler announces his resignation, you're telling me that these exchange leaders out there aren't realizing that they should open up the floodgates on transactions and throughput on their platforms? This is absolutely fucking stupid. In fact, here, look at this. You see this chart I have up on the screen? And by the way, everything you see in this video, it's all linked in the description below. These are crypto inflows, okay? And this is all the way from December 24th, right? The week of December 24th. See that inflows are up, outflows are down. Do you notice how the majority of these are inflows? Now watch what happens when I zoom out to a year. You notice how the big inflows have just come here over the last couple months? Brian Armstrong, I've got the data in front of me that says volume's going to be bonkers. I've got the data in front of me that's telling me that the crypto market is going to be absolutely juicy AF. So if I was the CEO of Coinbase, as soon as I saw the crypto markets pump on the Trump election news, I would have opened the floodgates to make sure that every user out there gets the best experience. Why? Because think of how many transactions are being processed now and how many new people are getting into the crypto market. So Brian Armstrong is now promising that they are going to step up its game and scale up operations. In a statement addressing ongoing issues, Armstrong explained the exchange has now triaged the Solana backlog and assured users that transactions should process more swiftly. Amid a surge of activity on the popular blockchain, the exchange has faced mounting criticism over its inability to keep up. Now the company is promising a major overhaul. Dude, you said this again when the XRP BTC ETFs went on, when you couldn't keep up with transactions then. Have you not learned? No, it's about profit. And Armstrong is just trying to line the pockets of the investors of Coinbase. Now, overall, the crypto market's sitting at 59 in terms of fear and greed. XRP is still third in terms of market cap at 182 billion, catching up to Ethereum, which, by the way, Ethereum and Buterin under a little bit of heat. Why? Because Buterin wants full control of the Ethereum Foundation because he doesn't like the direction it's going. That's messed up. Why? Because who else did something like that? Alex Mashinsky did, the CEO from Celsius, that went bankrupt and washed billions and billions and billions of dollars down the drain. Because basically what he wanted to do was increase yield. He was like, guys, I want to offer big yields on our products. And the board of directors said, Alex, no, that's not a good idea. You shouldn't do that. He's like, screw you guys. I don't care what you think. I want to do that. Well, guess what? They went bankrupt. They couldn't keep the scam going. So Buterin now wanting full control because he doesn't like the direction, that's messed up, SA. XRP community urged to verify claims of a U.S. Treasury affiliation amid account speculations. Yeah, got a bunch of emails and messages yesterday telling me that the U.S. Treasury has opened up a wallet on XRPM. XRP scan emphasized the importance of due diligence, stating, trust but verify. The onus is on the users to ensure they are engaging with legitimate accounts. Essentially this, the account is not linked with the U.S. Treasury. The domain fields on there are all public. You can put it in and put whatever you want. In fact, I can open one up that says Gary Gensler's XRP bag. And that could be something I open up. And people are like, yeah, but bro, there's KYC AML. Yeah, I can do KYC AML and make my account the Gary Gensler big XRP bag. Here's the thing. White's Wind and David Schwartz have weighed in saying that this is all BS. Notable figures in the XRP ecosystem, including White's Wind and David Schwartz, have weighed in on the situation, providing clarity. Wind pointed out that the domain field on the blockchain account is entirely public and can be manipulated, thus not indicating any legitimate affiliation. Wynn's assertion highlights the need for individuals to conduct their own research. If KYC has been successfully done, it doesn't mean someone is affiliated with something. It is totally true. Now, here's the big problem, though. The big problem is when news like this happens, a lot of people get sucked up into it and like, oh my gosh, like I said, my emails and messages and Twitter, which is linked down below, were blowing up yesterday. The crazy thing is this, though, all right? Will the Treasury open up an XRP wallet? They might. We don't know how they're going to do it. We have no idea what Trump is going to do. We haven't seen any executive orders, and trust me, I'll share it with you when it happens. But if you ever see news like this, okay, like big freaking bonkers news, two things you should do to see if it's real. Number one, see if it's causing any price action that holds, right? Do you remember that one time when they had the settlement for XRP and all of a sudden XRP pumped and then like an hour later it crashed because it was bullshit news? Yeah, because people went online to do what? To verify it was real. So the first thing you should do, check to see if the price holds. The second thing, verify it with multiple reliable news agencies. And I'm not talking about those dumbass news agencies that tell you that XRP is going to go to $10 million in 24 hours, so you better buy it now. No, I'm talking about news agencies where you key it in, search it on Google, search it on your favorite search engine, and see if you can verify it by a major news outlet. Maybe verified by, I don't know, someone who brings the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. So I'm sorry to report that the U.S. Treasury wallet is not an actual U.S. Treasury wallet. It's just someone that made it, used it, changed the name. And like I said, if you want, you can open up a wallet called Gary G's Big XRP Bag. That might piss him off, so maybe we should do that. Speaking of XRP price in the news, XRP has had some oscillations here, but nothing too crazy over the last 24 hours because the big moves have happened over the last 7 days, with XRP several times getting under that $3 mark, but rebounding each time. And the volume, although be it down 50%, is still healthy at $7.72 billion. But we're in a kind of weird zone right now with XRP where we're wondering, hey, is this price a zone we should be buying in? And honestly, it depends on what you think the future is going to be for XRP. Think of some of the big whales out there, right? Think of Sailor. Does Sailor give a crap what the price of BTC is? No, he doesn't. He buys no matter what. Does he wait to time the dip? No, he's just buying. In fact, a lot of players out there that are doing their strategic reserves are buying. They don't care if they're out 1%, 2%, 3%. They don't care about that because they're looking long-term going, you know what? $3.18 XRP right now may seem expensive, but what is it going to look like a year from now? Probably a bargain. And that's what these big whales are doing. They're not worrying about strategic buying on red days. They're just gobbling up everything they can because they believe we're going to have an extended bull run over the next several years with BTC and the alts. Now, my personal opinion is this, okay? I believe the alts are going to outperform BTC over this administration. And the reason I believe that is because BTC has been given the golden pass, and so has ETH. And when you look at cryptos, right, who has made the biggest run here in the last 90 days? XRP, an altcoin. Some of the other ones, Doge, another alt. You see what I'm saying? ETH is not making the big moves. BTC isn't making the big moves over these last 90 days. It's alts. And why? Because of stories like this, where DeFi is getting support from the appeals court. Because we're seeing now more and more action out there helping out the alts. Because remember, the alts didn't have protection because there were no regs to protect the alts that were in the favor. The only things that were out there was BTC given the golden pass as a commodity. So if you've been suppressed over the last couple of years, and that's most of the alts, and of course XRP, you're going to rebound more because this is going to favor you the most. Don't believe me? Well, then ask yourself this. Why is it over the last 90 days XRP has pumped the most? Because it's been suppressed the most and held down the most by the previous administration, by the SEC, and by traditional finance. Well, guess what, everyone? Tides are turning. Courts are ruling in our favor, and we're going to get regs. And oh, is it juicy to share news like this? So I apologize saying that the wallet isn't real, but does it matter if we're still green in the price and we know we got plenty more juicy things to come? We've seen shenanigans like this before with XRPL. And in fact, I remember the memo out there that everyone freaked out saying, yo, look at the memo on this transaction. Oh my gosh. And that was when Ripple was doing its monthly XRP movement. It's a public blockchain, right? You can do whatever you want on there. Not whatever you want, because you know what I'm talking about, but you get my point. So we've seen this before. So don't fall for stuff like that, and make sure you verify it with multiple sources. Now, the court's stepping in and saying, yo, OFAC, you overstepped your bounds. That is freaking huge and a big win for all of us. Because honestly, I think we can all look back now and say that the Biden administration has all been about overreach. Yeah, overstepping their bounds. Let's see now. What could I bring up, Roni? Rona overreach. Oh, I don't know. Overreach with the SEC, overreach with the Treasury, overreach. See what I'm saying? It's overreach, overreach, overreach. What about the Democrats and Republicans both wanting to nix SAB 121 and the power of the SEC that the SEC had? And what did Biden do? I don't care if the Dems and Republicans both want it. No, I'm going to give the SEC more power. Overreach. Well, the tides are turning. And because the tides are turning, I believe we have a lot more optimism in the crypto market. And that's why I bring up like Sailor and all those guys out there. They don't care. They really don't care what the price is. They're just buying now because they're at it going, look, 100,000 BTC, it might be 150,000 in a year. So what do I care if I buy it 100,000 or 101? And I'm seeing a lot of you XRP players out there doing the same thing. You're like, bro, I don't care if it's $3 because I think it's going to go to 10. So why do I care if I buy it at 3 or 305? But I want to hear from you. What's your strategy? Are you looking out there to do strategic buys? Are you still waiting for the red days to accumulate on a discount? Or you were like, look, I don't really care because 5 years from now when I look back at it, I'm going to be kicking myself in the butt for not buying $3 XRP. Juicy news, even early in the morning while I'm traveling, enjoying my green tea with natural honey. How do we end videos? Oh, you don't know because you're a new viewer? Oh, well, if you put your ear to the window and listen outside, you're going to hear how the regular, the OG, the continual viewers end videos. We end it like this. Got to put my cup down real quick here. Choo-choo, bitches.